Hey, what's going on, family? It's your boy Big Tommy Burns here with Strongman Club and the Driven Athlete Foundation. And today I want to just formally make the announcement that I shared with our community at the Strongman Saturday training this past weekend. And that is that I am officially transitioning from the realm of strongman. And so, what does that mean? Well, after uh, 25 plus competitions in the last 8 years in our local marketplace and helping with nationals and regionals, building up regionals, helping with nationals and America's Strongest, man and woman and Arnold and Olympia and World's Strongest Man and all of these different type of things and supporting even other local marketplaces over the last 8 years. Um, I, I I'm complete, right? The job is done and finished for me. And so, with that being said, I am retiring from this phase, right? And I feel good about that because we've done a lot of work. Um, it's not all common or often that you come across somebody that says, man, from the ground up, we started and launched the marketplace and grew it, to one of the hotbeds of, in this case, strongman, right, in the country. And that's what we did. And we saw it through um, many different phases. We saw it through many different phases, many different levels of adversity and opposition, but many different levels of impact as well. And we've served everybody from teens all the way up to masters athletes and watched each of those communities grow. And it's been a joy for me. It's been a great school and education for me and my life. And so, with that, this year we have two competitions that are on the schedule. We have West Coast Regionals coming up. That's Beast of the Bay Strength Challenge number 8. And we have that coming up in April. And then on the books, we have America's Strongest Teen coming up in July in Sacramento. The one in April is in Santa Clara, California with the Evo Expo. And then America's Strongest Teen is in Sacramento with the Evolution Sports Expo. So, um, April will be my finale competition, right? This will be the final competition that I will be spearheading and leading and things like that myself. So if you want to come out and hang out and celebrate with me on that April 20th, Santa Clara Convention Center will be going down on that day with West Coast Regionals. That'll be my finale competition number 26 that I've been able to lead in the local marketplace and organize and spearhead there. And then uh, July's competition, America's Strongest Teen. Nick Beeble, Coach Nick Beeble, he's been doing an incredible job. Last year, he took the ranks of it and did a phenomenal job with executing and making sure that not only did it take place, but that everything was in place for it to grow and everybody have a great experience. And so Nick Beeble will be taking over America's Strongest Teen and continuing the legacy there with the impact that's been going on there for our next generation of strongmen and strongwoman athletes. And so I just feel really good about all of that, right? And so uh, with the Strongman Club, Strongman Saturdays. We've been hosting that. Uh, I started doing Strongman Saturdays back in 2017, back way when I was over at Mike West Fitness in Hayward, right? And then during COVID, one of my clients who was training with me, right? You guys know him, Rylos Taylor, took his car out to the parking lot and started pushing it. And that became the seed idea for Strongman Saturdays. It was just time at that time for it to happen. The world was kind of falling apart and looking for something to help it pull itself, people looking for something to help them pull together and pull themselves together at that time. And I believe Strongman Saturday was just that for many people around our region, our state. People used to come up from all around California, different parts of the country, to be a part of the Strongman Saturdays we had going on during COVID. And we were just figuring things out right in the parking lot, and then moved over to Iron Warehouse. And that's what we've been for the last few years. And so we're coming up on 4 years of Strongman Saturday trainings in April. So our last and final Strongman Saturday will be Saturday, April the 6th. And so we'll have 5 weeks of Strongman Saturday leading up until that. And then our final chapter of Strongman Saturday with the Strongman Club will be on Saturday, April the 6th at Iron Warehouse. And so I feel really good about that because, before we started doing that consistently and putting it out there and inviting people out. I know Strongman Saturday was going on in different gyms and different areas, but, it wasn't really publicized like that. And people didn't talk, especially during COVID. It was something that just it just took off. It took off. And before we know it, we started looking up, and there was different areas and different regions around the country that was hosting Strongman Saturday trainings, right, consistently. And I feel super good about that level of impact. And so the last piece is being a Strongman Corporation, state chair rep, West Coast regional director, stuff like that. And so Dion Masters, I've chatted with Dion several times, and Dion is my friend, right? And Dion is going to be selling the company soon. And so, I don't think it's any secret that that's been the plan for the last few years. And so with that being said, as long as Dion is still with the company, I'll be doing the duties of a state chair. But once Dion sells the company, then that will be when I kind of retire my position in that aspect as well. So I'll still be out helping and supporting where help and support is needed. And of course, if you guys have any questions or you need any support with anything as far as building the sport, building your marketplace, hosting competitions, I'm always available for conversations and things like that. I've been doing that for years for many, many, many different people that's either launched competitions or launched their marketplaces or Strongman Saturdays in their place. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to jump in and really just share. And one, thank you all for the support over the years, but also give me the opportunity to express, this childhood vision and dream that I've had since I was 7 years old, seeing myself doing this thing called Strongman. Since I saw O.D. Wilson in 1990 competing at World's Strongest Man, I said, man, one day I'm gonna be that big, I'm gonna be that strong, and I'm gonna be a strong man. And so here I am, almost 30 years later, man. So still knocking it out, and have done I think a very good job with the work. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you all soon.